Hi, I'm Baroque, welcome back to Let's Play Baroque. I intended not to do another episode, but I had to stop mid-game, so... because my episode ran on for a little too long. Well, anyway, let's get to it. No, let's go this way. I was also thinking about demos and stuff, because I went out for a cigarette, and my throat is pretty destroyed, and my head is pretty out there. I was thinking about demos, and I kind of wish there was a site, you know, kind of like Steam, or maybe Steam would do it, where you could literally just download demos of games, all sorts of games, like try out any and every game you could possibly imagine, and you could just download them, and they'd come with, you know, prepackaged emulators and stuff like that for older games, so that way you could, you know, take a look and kind of expand your library of, you know, game knowledge. And also I think it would be a good chance for people to try out games ahead of time, just to even like look at them, to be like, huh, well, that's interesting, I'm never going to play that again. And even to create like demos of older games, maybe like only the first level or like a certain complexity of the game. Oh, Eliza. Yay, I get to send more stuff back. Do I have anything that's worth sending back? Music box would be nice. Yeah, I should, because they're rare. It might help if you throw it at it, you dumb shit. Thank you. I thought I was going to throw wide again. Music boxes and cat boxes are rare. They're always good to throw back when you get them. So I'm not getting too full on items. Baghead kid, but he should be good for a little bit. What was that? I thought the music box was the one that changed the music in the area. Like if, like for the rest of the tower, every time you go to ice places, it'll have different music. But I guess not. Unless there's like wrong type names, because when they're translating it, they're probably just looking at a spreadsheet of all the item names in the game. So they just translate them quickly, and it might have just gotten reinterpreted and put in wrong. These things happen. But yeah, I was just thinking about like how great it would be for people just to try out or look at like videos of games, just to like know them at least. And that way, you know, even companies could use them as a resource to be like, it's kind of like this game, and then everybody can play a little short demo of it to understand, and like this game, and, you know, show a video or play a demo. That way it would just be interesting to see how far things could develop. Plus, like, I hate when I see a game and they're like, oh, awarded, what a great game, no demo. And then, you know, I don't know what it's like, and then I get it, and I don't like it. I think there's a real, like, purchasing power involved in that. Like, pay-first MMOs are so stupid. Like, oh, you have to pay our subscription fee before you can play this game. It's like, that's how, like, half of the people who came into GameStop and bought Lineage 2 felt, because they did not like it one bit. But then it would help, you know, game developers go further. It would help players get more access to more games. And even if you just wanted to dick around and play like demos, like I saw a lot of people kind of enjoyed the game. A twin box. And I have a twin box. How convenient. Oh, ho, 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 ho. Gold and a trident. Well, let's go get ourselves a toy box. No, you get back here, Cursebringer. Fuck! Fuck! I was holding it. God damn it. Well, that sucked. Fuck you, Cursebringer. Fuck you in the ass. God damn it. I totally screwed that up. Oh well. I don't need another unbrand. I don't really need a parasite or an unbrand. A warp disc. Asshole. God damn it. Could have sent another toy box back, but no. Cursebringer Angel's targeting didn't work in that moment. I knew that was going to happen. Oh yeah, acid. Completely useless. You know, some level later, I'm totally just... No. Like, I always like when Steam shows videos and stuff, but videos oftentimes are deceiving. Like, some people, like, they see a video game and then they get excited for it and want to play it. But, like, I don't know. Sometimes I just want to, like, see what the actual gameplay is like, or what the controls are like, because it could be like, oh, that looks awesome, but then it plays like garbage, you know? Oh, just short. I don't have anything else to eat. Don't really want to use the hope fluid right now. Saving that for a special occasion. By special occasion, I mean sometime later where, like, I'm all holding an inventory full of, like, rotten meat, and I'm, like, lethargic and blind. And I've accidentally done something I shouldn't have. Pick it up. Thank you. Only 8? Oh. Fuck yeah. I'm glad I saw that. I was about ready to just keep walking. Yeah, also. I don't know. I also like really differentiating casual gamers from actual gamers, and people who say they play video games but they've only played like Mario once when they were a kid. There's a really huge difference, and I think that people, let alone game companies, don't understand the difference. Like, you can make casual games for casual gamers, and that's fine. And you can make hardcore games for hardcore gamers. And I really hate when they try to make a hardcore gamer game out of a game that's clearly meant for casual gamers. It happens all too often. Like... Oh, Curshbringer's back. I don't know. I mean, I see games like that, and it, like, infuriates me. Like, it looks like it's going to be a long-lasting RPG, but it turns out not to be at all. Yeah, let's give him the double edge and acid. Oh, another me brand. I'll hold on to that. I could get something really good for it. It's almost time to equip the Hope Wings, because I'm so far ahead in the levels. And then I could get rid of the experience. Got a lot of Hope stuff. But, I don't know, I'm trying to think of, like, games like that. Not coming, and none are coming to mind right at the moment. But, I don't know. Sometimes they play off of things that hardcore gamers like. You know, like, extreme customization. But then, like, the customization has little to nothing to do with the actual game. You know, like, I don't see a point in really going nuts in Fallout to create, like, your perfect facial character when you're only going to see him maybe, like, 2 or 3 times, unless you play in third-person mode, which that means you're a fucking noob. But I don't know, like, Angry Birds, that is not really a great game at all. I don't like it. It's boring. And I think I've probably said that before, but for some reason, casual gamers love the shit out of it. And that's fine. You can keep making those games, and those people will buy it, and those people will play it, and those people will like it. Maybe you can create something that I will like at some point. But I don't know. There's always like this kind of idea that oh, is this what I think it is? Oh, I'm gonna save that until I get a good coat. Because I want something better than the rubber coat. If I can get the twisted coat, which I think doesn't prevent lethargy, I can do it. Life coat, seed. You know what? I have some sweat bones. Let's chow down on them. God, sweat bones are such a lifesaver. Not a lot of meat. But, and like take for example, the X games, as in like X1, X2, X3, and like X3, Albion, Prelude, and stuff like that. That is a game for hardcore gamers. Like, you have to have time to invest in that. You have to really enjoy that game. Otherwise, you might as well just not play it. Like, simple as that. Just don't play it then. But they don't, you know, bog themselves down with trying to make it really acceptable for casual gamers. They make it hardcore, and they keep it hardcore. And that's what I like about it. Like, it's not the tediousness of hardcore gaming, thinking that in order to, you know, make the game more interesting, you make it more mundane. No, they make it larger. They make ship battles more complex. They make hijacking more complex. They make, you know, new items that add a whole new dimension to the game. Like, their addition to the game was adding a stock market, so you can make money from the stock market in the game. Which is just fucking awesome. What should I send back? I'm at a loss here. I need to get my attack up. Could send Hope Fluid. But I really want to save that. A Me brand would be nice. Yeah, let's throw a Me brand back. But some games like Final Fantasy have dumbed down over the years, and like Final Fantasy 12 is just it's reached the maximum limit of dumbed downedness for me to tolerate. I have no interest in getting any of the newer Final Fantasies. And a lot of people are like, after 9 I quit playing, but I mean I tried to give them a chance, and X2 was okay. It was kind of annoying, and they made things overly tedious, which then makes games not quite as good, and it becomes not hardcore. It makes it frustrating that you have to do the same thing over and over again. Like, hardcore does not equal doing the same thing and expecting different results every time you do it. And sometimes randomization does not make a game better. Like, this one lives off of its randomization because there's a lot to do inside that randomization that makes it interesting. Like, there are interesting combos, interesting ways to get around loopholes in the game. And that makes it overall interesting. But, like, there's also, like, I think Diablo 1 and 2, its randomness is not all that exciting. It's like, either you get super good items in the beginning of the game, or you're screwed. Like, even in this, you can survive just by punching, but you suck at but you can still choose to die and go back, and you might get something better the second roll around. But I feel like a lot of hardcore games throws in randomness to try to make it seem more hardcore than it actually is. Like Diablo in its shell is a pretty shoddy game if you didn't have random dungeons and random loots. It would be like a generic throwaway game. But because they added that, and I mean, people for some reason thought they were the first ones to do it, it was pretty damn good. So, I mean, then there's other people who try to copy it and do a shitty job. Okay, 6 out of 15. 7 out of 15. Alright, so I got plenty of space to throw whatever I need back. Do I even encounter 15 consciousness orbs? And look, we're already here at the Torturenarium. Gosh, I'm about ready just to equip this to my coat. I really don't want to stay stuck with a rubber coat. Oh yeah, we need to do something about that. I'll just eat that. There we go. Oh. No. I thought growth code started out at 1 and then went up. I didn't know they halved experience. I mean, granted, I have the experience wing so I could get over it. Fuck you. Yeah, let's just use it. Actually, let's just try to complete the floor as much as we can. That went better than I expected. Now it's gonna be a lot of this. Ignore my mouse if you can see it. I don't know. I always advocate people playing more games. Even if video games aren't your thing, then watch more LPs. Like, I always think of LPs, for me, watching them is, like, it's interesting to see people's takes on it, but it's also interesting to see games I may have never seen before. But it's also interesting to, you know, kind of be engaged in it. That's why I think it's like, watching a bad LP is like watching a really bad, cheesy movie, but you can't make fun of it. Like, it's so bad that you can't actively make fun of it, that's when it's bad. Just bad. Like, I watched Two-Headed Shark Attack the other day, which is an absolutely dreadful movie, but it's so easy to make fun of, because it's so pathetic. I'll take that. Maybe I'll equip the life coat. The life coat's not that great, though. I'll wait for a twisted coat. I know I'll get a twisted coat. That's just an inevitability. Oh, let's do this. Let's just use these. Oh, you fuck. Alright, whatever, let's use the half, because I think half always rounds up. Hey, port bones. I also feel a lot more comfortable on these floors because I have the Identify, which is very nice. I'm hearing that crackle like it's getting ready to desync, like the sound is ready to desync, or start having glitches. I have been playing for a while today. It's like 6 hours. Like, if I could, I would literally, like, sit down all day, every day and play video games, and I wouldn't get sick of it. I know a lot of people say, like, oh, like, if you worked and you got paid to do it, you had to play video games, you would hate it. It's like, well, I wouldn't. Trust me, I wouldn't. When I was younger, I used to read like long-ass books for hours on end, and I never really got bored of it. I mean, when I was a little kid, I read The Stand, I read War and Peace, I read Romance of Three Kingdoms, I read a lot of really long-ass books, and you know, I don't really have anything to show for it, which makes it even worse. At least video games have save files. With LPs, it's permanently in the World Web. But as for anything, damn, these wouldn't die. I picked up pork bones. Ugh. Alright. Yeah, we only have... Oh, we have a seed. Good, we'll do that. Come on. Eat faster, you dirty little pig. Lots of pork bones. The other thing is, I won't have to carry around as many items. Like, to try to identify, be like, maybe this is something good. Maybe I should have saved the me brand, now that I think about it. At least send back a decent coat. Whatever, I have more than enough space that I think I can send it back. I know no matter what, the Archangel's orb I can always throw something into. You die, thank you. Also, I think if we made a better, like, network of all games, you know, like, yeah, you have 1UP, whatever, and you have GameFAQs. The problem is that neither of those really kind of show you games. They have games, but you have to look for them, which I don't think is the greatest. Like, it'd be nice to be able to just kind of look through titles and, you know, browse for what games are like other games, or, you know, what publishers make these games. You know, having like a more relatable search, which everybody asks for on the web. But I think it would be interesting that... Do it. I think that it would just be more interesting for people. Plus, it would help people to really see that there is something going on. Like, I remember when I was a kid, my grandmother was very outright about, like, oh, video games will never last. It's just some junk that they'll put out for a little while. They're like little toys that'll, you know, fade in popularity. And, you know, really what happened is the direct opposite of pretty much everything she said with that. But... Ooh, special food. I will hold on to this until I defeat this asswipe. So, sorry, I just, like, stopped talking all of a sudden. But I think it's important to just show, like, this kind of legacy of video games, and things... Ugh, I really should use it for the blindness. Is that everything? I don't care about that one little hallway. Hi! I don't know. I guess what I'm hoping for is something that's like a library of video games. Something that, you know, you can browse and see and, you know, touch games if you really want to. And, like, I really wish there was more of a push to put out... Oh, fuck are you guys? Shit. At least I have lots of recovery items. And I gotta level up. How do you like them apples, bitch? Oh, fucker. Stop hitting me with flower petals. Come at me, bro. Oh, God. That was close. But yeah, like a library video game, somewhere where you could feel free to play and then have, you know, take old games that have lost their license, or even if they haven't lost their license, you know, collect together the rights of those games and get together on it so that that way we can take, you know, some of the treasures of, like, you know, Windows, you know, N95 or whatever games that you can't play right now on, like, Windows XP and actually make them functional. And then that way, you know, people can play them and enjoy them today without having to, like, browse all sorts of shady sites on the internet just to get a game that they bought, you know, 15 years ago running. And I think ultimately I would want to see even absolute failure systems make resurgences. And not in so much as, you know, bring back the 3DO, man. Like, realistic things, like the ability to play, you know, a Philips CDI game if you wanted. Like, even if parts of it were updated, so that way it's more functional or loads faster. Like something, essentially like emulators, but would be sponsored by a company to really push out something like MESS, where it's like, you know, we can emulate hundreds of systems as long as you have the processing power. And, you know, make sure that you don't have these kind of, like, you know, I'm not going to undermine the work of, you know, programmers that spend, you know, 3 years trying to make, like, the best Sega Genesis emulator they could, but it'd be nice to get those people, instead of working under, in like a speculatively, you know, I guess pseudo-wrong is the best way to put it, environment, where instead they can work for a company that's willing to pay them for the efforts and make, you know, long-term make money on newer and even older games that have resale value. I don't understand why we don't focus on that. I mean, yeah, I know it's going to be hard to get together so many developers and so many names and development houses that close down and figure out what's abandonware and what's not abandonware and who owns what rights and all that, but that's why you hire a research team to do it. You know, if Steam did a really big push towards that kind of classic gaming that way, you wouldn't have arguments about people, like, upset about it. Let's throw Euros. That's not how you throw Euros. Holy shit. Killed him in one shot? Oh, it's a burnt heart. Can I hit him here, please? employees? Oh, I can. But also, I think that it's unfair to send games into basically obscurity. Oh, a no name. Send games into obscurity for no reason whatsoever. Especially no feasible reason. I mean, there's no reason why PlayStation 1 games should just disappear, especially with all the classics. Even, like, some TurboGrafx games are, you know, luckily most of them are logged. But, you know, there are still games that people for PlayStation 1 and even other systems are looking for, and there's no good place for them online because they've just criminalized it. Or, you know, the company said, like, no, we refuse to let you do that. We don't sell it anymore, but we refuse to let you, you know, download the game to try it or anything like that. Like, we don't make money on it, but you can't have it. And that's just selfish and silly. Also, I just think it would be a betterment in general. I mean, it would be one more thing that you wouldn't have to worry as much about piracy then, because you'd have even like an independent archive, and you'd have to make sure that it wouldn't come to one of those things where it's like, you know, some company buys it and then adds their prejudice onto it. Like, I always kind of hope that a company like Steam, that's always been low on the prejudice side, yes, they promote their games a little more, or like close partner games and bigger name titles more, but at the same time, they also promote a lot of underdog games and independent games. Because, like, if you had EA control such a thing, what would end up happening is like, they'd want to put their calming recovery ad. Ow, 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 don't like you. I said I don't like you. Ugh, asshole. I think that's a recovery attack. Should up my attack, because my attack isn't down. It's calming. Confusion and lust. I don't really need that right now, so I'll just inject it, baby. I don't know. Let me know what you think about a archive of all the best games with included emulators, systems, information. Like, even if game companies, you know, got a few cents on every transaction, like, come on now. That'd be good. And if the company's out of business, then whoever holds the rights, you know? Oh, initiative. Ooh, I can't really throw anything right here. Have that to the face. Not for long, sucker. Oh, yeah. Feel... You fucker. You just had to do that, didn't you? And he took a lot of hits. Whatever, gotta level up. Don't care, level up. Oh. I probably shouldn't use that now. I hate being lethargic, but I'd rather not waste something that can fully restore my hit points and vitality. So, yeah. I don't know. Ooh. Let's not mess with you. I'm gonna go around you for the moment. the other way. I also just gained a level, so I'm not like I don't have a boner for killing enemies. Research Angel might be in here. He might be down some more floors. I am a little early in the floors. I think he's... I know he's... Is he past the 200s or the 20s? Whatever, you know what I mean. Hey! Hey!
Why did the world warp with so few fake consciousness orbs? Shouldn't the Absolute God's ability to repair itself be able to handle much more? How did it come to this?
Because it's all your fault. Feel guilty with the power of the littles.
I hear if you throw an item into a consciousness orb, it gets sent to the outer world. Fake consciousness orbs can't do that.
Yeah, because fake consciousness orbs suck. Smash them!
Stop it.
No.
Stop it.
I want to kill you.
Stop it.
No, you can't kill him. It's kind of annoying. I wish that's a way to, like, do something in the game, is to actually kill him. It's also weird that there's no real boss in this. Like, the whole game is really like a big boss. So, I guess that's how it works itself out. Also, I really hate the, like... Every time I see on GameFAQs, they have this annoying-ass, like, pick the best character of blah 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 year. And you always see, like, the same typical faces. You always see, like, Legend of Zelda, because they come out with one, like, every freaking year. And... at this point, they might as well just call it, like, Zelda 2012. Because you know you're gonna make another one, you fucker. Where is it? Where'd you go, you little spider shithead? You hit a flame plate. You pissed me off. Well, whatever, you're gone now, so too bad. There you are. Thanks for the lethargic. I really needed that. But, I don't know. Hopefully I can do the next 4 quickly enough. I don't want to end an episode early, but there really isn't anything else for me to do here. Oh, no, there is. Good. I gotta go all the way back down the hall. Watch, I'm gonna finally get like an awesome coat, and then I'm not gonna need it, and then I'm gonna end the freaking map. It's alright. Tomorrow when I get up, I'm playing this like first thing in the morning. So, I'm gonna have to leave notes for myself. Hopefully. No, 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 no. No good. Ah, this is no good. He does 1 damage to me. Sucker. Yes. Should use that. Let's just get myself all the way back up. I also think it'd be great to have in that website to have hosted servers for older games, especially as netplay becomes more of a standard for everybody. I think that it's important for us to continue servers for games that are no longer supported. So that way, you know, 5 years from now, you still have, you know, game support, or even if it's like you have to pay a subscription fee in order to play any games on it. At least if you could hold, or at least if you could, you know, still play those games, that would probably be great. I mean, the independent servers are nice for games, but they're also kind of a curse, because you have to deal with, you know, people, like admins who can either be awesome, or they can be humongous douches and expect you to pay for it, and then you don't really know if you're ever going to get the service. Let alone if you do, it's not guaranteed to be a good service. You never know, you might pay for, you know, oh, it's a monthly subscription and you pay for 2 months and then they shut down after a week, you know, and it's not really fair, it's not really good. I mean, yeah, it'd be kind of a pain to get people together to play a game, but it also might be easier for you to be like, yeah, sweet, let's do a netplay game. And that way old MMOs that died and stuff like that, even if they were terrible, can still get like a new fan base. Because a lot of people always talk about, you know, things like Ragnarok dying, stuff like that, but if there was like a permanency to it, and as technology gets better, the older ones and older hosting support gets lower. Especially with the minimum amount of people playing. I mean, you could have a server that hosts like 3 different types of old school games, and then you'd be fine. I mean, I know GameSpy and stuff like that tries to do it, but we're talking about a big network. I mean, yeah, there might not be guaranteed support. It might be like voted in support. Or, you know, a company is willing to pay, you know, oh, we gave up on supporting that game, but we're willing to pay X amount to keep the servers afloat, just for a little while. But we'll talk about this in the next episode of Let's Play Baroque with me, Moractas. See you later.